Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about the company and the stock e.l.f. Beauty, e.l.f. This is going to be my fourth video on e.l.f. Beauty, so make sure you guys check out my other three videos on e.l.f. Beauty, my other three parts I should say. And so now we're going to be talking about whether e.l.f. is a buy, a sell, what's going on with this company, is it crashing? I just made $5 million. $5 million. That's $5 million the past month investing. As you can see, I have more than $100 million. Subscribe to my channel so I can teach you how to make millions.
Let me tell you about my day so far. Coffee in Paris, surfed the Maldives, took a little nap on Mount Kilimanjaro. Oh yeah, and I got digits from this Polish chick in Rio. And then I jumped back for the final quarter of the NBA Finals. Courtside, of course. And all that was before lunch. I could go on, but all I'm saying is, I'm standing on top of the world.
Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about the company and the stock e.l.f. Beauty, e.l.f. This is going to be my fourth video on e.l.f. Beauty, so make sure you guys check out my other three videos on e.l.f. Beauty, my other three parts I should say. And so now we're going to be talking about whether e.l.f. is a buy, a sell, what's going on with this company, is it crashing? We're going to be analyzing this company right now. I've already analyzed it pretty much, but today is a different day, so we can just go over it again briefly and go over new stuff that I haven't mentioned to you guys yet. So there will be new information in this video, so make sure you guys smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, and without any further ado, let's get started. So with the e.l.f. Beauty, we can see in the very short term, we could see that it's actually been going up. 2.7% has been going up. But now when we look at the 1 week, the 1 week trend, we can see that it's actually been showing a different story. We can see it's going down, and when we look at the month, down 7.51% in the past month. e.l.f. Beauty, e.l.f. has been going down 7.5% the past month. And when we look at the past 3 months, it's been going down almost 28%. 28%. This is bad news for e.l.f. Beauty, but some people can look at this as a discount. Are we talking about a 60% discount? 60% discount. Is that what we're talking about over here, e.l.f. Beauty? Or is it going to drop to a 90% discount? What are we talking about over here? See, when we look at e.l.f. Beauty, it's been pretty much going down since forever. Like, I mean, maybe at the beginning when it was first like a IPO right around here, it went up, but then it just went back down. It started crashing. So that I don't even know if I want to count that as going up. But ever since that, yeah, it has these little tiny up movements, but that doesn't count because look at it. It's been going on a downward trend. We can see that the PE ratio looking good, looking healthy. We can look at the volume, and the volume looking decent. No dividends, so that's bad news. Zero dividends, zilch, nada, cetera. We can look at the recent news. when we look at the recent news for e.l.f. Beauty, we can see that there isn't really major news in the short term that's going to be a game changer for e.l.f. Beauty. In the short term, we're talking about the 13 analysts. Among these 13 analysts, 23% are saying it's a buy. 46% are saying it's a hold, and 31% are saying it's a sell. Now, when we look at the earnings per share, it's actually looking good. Look at it; it's been going up. So the fundamentals for this company is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, the fundamentals is looking good, but the volatility is in the higher range. We know that the CEO, Tarang P. Amin, he headquartered this company in Oakland, California, founded in 2013, as I showed you guys earlier. Right here, that's where it was. Oh, actually, so it actually went public in 2016, from this graph over here. But he founded the company 2013, employs 414 people. So they have a decent amount of employees, and we can see that e.l.f. Beauty Inc. is a holding company which engages in cosmetics and skincare product. It operates through U.S. and international geographical segments. The company sells cosmetic products through the retail customers, e.l.f. stores, and e-commerce channels. The company was founded on December 20th, 2013 and is headquartered in Oakland, California. The FINRA listed name for e.l.f. is e.l.f. Beauty Inc. So looking good right here. So we can see over here what the people have to say about e.l.f. Beauty. You can see 203 Hungry Man over here saying e.l.f. small piece of here. So I guess he's not a big fan of e.l.f. Beauty over here. We can see over here short interest ratio of e.l.f. is 14.51 at 2019 to March 15, and short. So they're talking about the float essentially. And when we look at right here, AI Stock Finder, it says e.l.f. Beauty Inc. not overvalued, a limited upside move to come. Limited upside, limited. So that's what the AI Stock Finder over here is saying. Hoover insider Milson Scott reports selling 13,000 shares of e.l.f. 13,000 shares for a total cost of $106,903. So we can look at, there's a lot of insider trading going on. Make me money, Jeff. So actually a lot of people are looking bearish. We could see Framus Morgan saying bearish. So there seems to be short selling hype over here. None of these people seem to be feeling e.l.f. Okay, this person King Zahi, they seem to like e.l.f. Thank you, Jeffree Star, for giving e.l.f. an excellent review. He has 13 million followers and just posted this video 2 years ago or 2 hours ago. So Jeffree Star, a celebrity with 13 million subscribers, seems to like e.l.f. Beauty. So this is good publicity for e.l.f. Beauty, but were they paid off? That's the question. Was what's their name? Jeffree Star paid off? So there could be some shady things going on, but I don't have no evidence for that. I remember Kramer pumping this stock so much. So Kramer was pumping this stock. We can see here's Jeremy from Financial Education looking bullish. Cruise 77 just watched this video about e.l.f. He breaks down how the stock would grow over time. Check it out. So when we look at the analysts, what did the analysts have to say? We could see the analysts are actually looking at this company in March as a buy, actually. So they were a sell, but now they're actually looking like a buy. But when you look at the overall rating opinion from 11 analysts, it's a hold. So we can see it's in the low range, and we know that the fundamentals of this company is pretty decent, pretty good. And when we look at the hourly, we can see that actually e.l.f. Beauty's, since the last day on a Friday, we can look that it has it's looking good. It's looking like a buy. But when we look at the daily and the weekly and the monthly and the long term, the technical aspect, it looks like a strong sell. And this is because of the bearish sentiment over here. You know, a chatter on the floor is out. e.l.f. You take out e.l.f. raises to strong buy price target is $45. Episcopalian seems to like e.l.f. But they're see right here, it says, see in the monthly, it looks like a strong sell, because when we look at the S1, the S2, and S3 looking good, the R1 and R2, R3 looking poor. Now when we look at the MA5 through the MA50 looking poor, MA100, 120 looking decent. Summary, strong sell. The RSA, sell. The MACD, sell. CCI, sell. The highs and the lows, sell. The UO, sell. ROC, sell. So all these technical analysis factors are saying that this is a sell, a strong sell actually. And we can see that the earnings does look good though, so that's one positive thing we have going for this company. We can see John Chorizo says who buy this. And when we are looking at e.l.f. Beauty, e.l.f. stock, we can see that the value and the health and also the future is looking pretty good. But the dividend in the past, these are the areas that are looking poor. Mostly it's looking like a healthy company in the sense that, see right here, it says snowflake description. Fair value with mediocre balance sheet. And so we can see, we know that e.l.f. Beauty is a beauty company providing cosmetic and skincare products under the e.l.f. And when we look at this company's price history, we can see it's actually been decreasing. e.l.f. Beauty has significant price volatility in the past 3 months. We can see all of its competitors over here. We can see e.l. is looking much better, and we look at J&J, that's looking good. Procter & Gamble, not bad, but not as good as Johnson & Johnson. But they're all very similar. While e.l.f. Beauty sort of gives a different diversification. Now, when we look at e.l.f. Beauty's value, we can see it receives a 3 out of 6. We can say that e.l.f. Beauty is about decent price right now. It's actually undervalued right now. So this is good news. So it's actually, if you want to buy it right now, now's a good time to buy it. Soon we're expected it to hit the $11, $17, $11.17 range. You can see 28.36% over here, and the share price is $8 versus future cash flow of $11.17. e.l.f. Beauty's share price is below the future cash flow value and at a moderate discount, greater than 20%. This is good. e.l.f. Beauty share price is below the future cash flow value, but not at a substantial discount. This is not that great. Less than 40%. So when we look at the price based on past earnings, we can see that e.l.f. Beauty is good value based on earnings compared to the U.S. personal products industry average. We can look at the PE 20. It shows 24.1 times the industry we're looking at, the market. But when we look at the price based on expected growth, we can see the PEG is 1.5 times, and e.l.f. Beauty is poor value based on expected growth next year. Price based on assets at a price based 1.7 times, and we see that e.l.f. Beauty is good value based on assets compared to the U.S. personal products industry average. We look at the future. What does the future of e.l.f. Beauty have to say about this company? How is e.l.f. Beauty expected to perform in the next 1 to 3 years based on estimates from 6 analysts? We see that the expected annual growth rate is 15.7% annual growth in earnings. We look at the estimated growth in earnings. We see that e.l.f. Beauty is not as great as the personal products, but it's better than probably like something low risk. We see the earnings looking good, but the revenue growth, I don't know about that. It doesn't seem like it's doing too good. We look at the annual growth comparison. We see that the actual is better than the estimated, and we can see the earnings is doing decent. We look at the past and the future earnings per share. We look at we can see that the expected earning, the past and the future earnings, in the future it's not expected to increase by much. We look at performance in 3 years. The 9.4% return on equity. e.l.f. Beauty is not expected to efficiently use shareholders' funds in the future. Return on equity less than 20%. When you look at the past, we can see the past earnings growth over here. We can see that the e.l.f. during the 1 year is looking really poor. e.l.f. Beauty has delivered over 20% year-on-year earnings growth in the past 5 years. That's good. e.l.f. Beauty's 1 year earnings growth is negative. It can't be compared to the 5-year average. That's not good. e.l.f. Beauty's 1 year earnings growth is negative. It can't be compared to the U.S. personal products industry average. So we could see the revenue over here and the earnings and revenue looking decent. We look at the performance last year, 6.77% return on equity. We look at the personal products, the return on assets over here, 5.36%. We look at the return on capital, 6.66%. On return on capital, e.l.f. Beauty has efficiently used shareholders' funds last year. Has not efficiently used shareholders' funds last year. Return on equity less than 20%. e.l.f. Beauty used its assets less efficiently than the U.S. personal products industry average last year based on return on assets. e.l.f. Beauty's use of capital deteriorated last year versus 3 years ago. Return on capital employed. We look at the health of this company. We can see that the liabilities, when you compare it to the assets, we can see the assets is looking really good. e.l.f. Beauty is able to meet its short-term 1-year commitments with its holdings of cash and other short-term assets. This is good news. But when we look at the e.l.f. Beauty's long-term commitments, it exceeds its cash and other short-term assets. That's bad news. So when we look at the net worth equity, we can see it on the rise, the debt slowly on the decline. That's good. e.l.f. Beauty's level of debt, 65.6% compared to net worth is high, greater than 40%. That's not good. Unable to establish if e.l.f. Beauty debt level has increased without past 5-year debt data. Debt is well covered by operating cash flow, 37%, greater than 20% of total debt. Interest payments on debt are well covered by earnings. EBIT is 3.3 times coverage. We look at the dividend, we can see that actually e.l.f. Beauty doesn't offer no dividends. What is e.l.f. Beauty's current dividend yield? Its reliability and sustainability. We could see that it's 0%, estimated to be 0% next year. Unable to evaluate e.l.f. Beauty's dividend yield against the bottom 25% of dividend payers, as the company has not reported any payouts. So now build to e.l.f. Beauty's dividend against the top 25% market benchmark, as the company has not reported any payouts. So we can see it has not reported any payouts. It has not been increasing as a company. The dividend volatility or the dividend payouts. You can see it's unable to calculate the sustainability of dividends, as e.l.f. Beauty has not reported any payouts. So we no need to calculate the sustainability of e.l.f. Beauty dividends in 3 years, as they are not expected to pay a notable one for United States of America. So we can't expect a dividend from e.l.f. Beauty, not anytime soon. So what is the CEO of e.l.f. Beauty's salary, the management and board of directors tenure, and is there insider trading? So actually, when you look at this company, this is the CEO right here, the CEO. Tarang Amin, he's 53 years old. His tenure is 5.2 years, compensation at 10.32 million. Wow, I'm richer than this guy. Mr. Tarang P. Amin has been the Chief Executive Officer of e.l.f. Beauty and formerly Cosmetics Corp. and e.l.f. Cosmetics since January 2014. Mr. Amin has been the Chief Executive Officer and President of Shift Nutrition International Inc. since March 7, 2011. Mr. Amin served as Vice President and General Manager of Charcoal and Food of Clorox Company since October 2008 and was responsible for the leadership of its domestic Kingsford, Hidden Valley, KC Masterpiece, and Kitchen bouquet businesses. Mr. Amin served as its president of e.l.f. Beauty Inc. since February 2014. Mr. Amin served as Vice President of Global Health and Wellness of Clorox since September 2006. He was responsible for leading the development of global strategy to support and extend the Clorox Health and Wellness platform. He served as Vice President of Wealth and Home Care of Clorox Corporation. He joined Clorox in 2003 as President of Marketing and Home Care and served as Vice President of Marketing and Laundry since 2004. He has 20 years of consumer products experience to shift. Throughout his career, he has demonstrated a track record of driving profitable growth. Mr. Amin has led the Clorox business building efforts on health and wellness in laundry and home care, including establishing a partnership agreement with the American Red Cross in 2006. He worked for 12 years at a Procter & Gamble, where the held marketing director positions for the Pantene and Bounty brands. He has demonstrated track record of creating value and driving growth in his leadership roles at world-class consumer product companies, including Clorox and Procter & Gamble. Mr. Amin has been chairman of e.l.f. Beauty Inc. and e.l.f. Cosmetics Inc. since 2015. Mr. Amin has been director of J.A. Cosmetics Corp. since January 2014. He served as a director of Shift Nutrition International Inc. from March 7, 2011 to 2012. He serves on the board of directors of the Alameda County Community Food Bank, the Bay Area American Red Cross Students and Free Enterprise, and the Piedmont Council Boy Scouts in Piedmont, California. Mr. Amin holds a Bachelor of Arts in International Policy and a master's degree in Business Administration from Duke University. We can see that the total compensation looking good. It seems to be on the uprise. Salary seems steady. Terrang's remuneration is higher than average for companies of similar size in the United States of America. Terrang's compensation has increased by more than 20%, while companies' earnings has fallen more than 20% in the past year. So while the company hasn't been doing so hot, he's been taking a lot of the money for himself. The management team, 4.3 years average tenure, 48 years old average age. Charing Amin, 53 years, chairman and CEO. Tenure 5.2 years, compensation $10.32 million. Scott Milston, 48 years old, chief people officer. Tenure 5.2 years, compensation $2.58 million. John Fieldman, senior vice president of operations. Tenure 2.7 years. Rich Barak, Chief Commercial Officer and Senior Vice President, tenure 5.1 years. John Bailey, 37 years old, President and CFO, tenure 3.6 years. Compensation $4.98 million. Corey Marchesito, Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer, tenure 0.1 years. Wow, not even long. The board of directors, 3 years, average tenure, 53-year-old average age. The tenure for the e.l.f. Beauty board of directors is above average. Lauren Levitin, non-employee independent director, tenure 2.8 years, compensation $217.91K. Richard Wolfert, 73 years old, non-employee independent director, tenure 4.5 years, compensation $220,000. Beth Pritchard, 71 years old, lead independent director, tenure 0.1 years, compensation $76,000. Maureen Watson. Let's go back there. Sorry, hold on. Let's go back. So you guys get the picture. We can see that you can see Maureen Watson over here. Yeah, Maureen Watson, non-employee, independent director, tenure 3.6 years, compensation $211,000. Bill McGlashan, 50 years old, non-employee, independent director, tenure 3.6 years. Sabrina Simmons, 55 years old, non-employee, independent director, tenure 3.0 years, compensation $224,000. Tarang Amin, 53 years old, chairman and CEO, tenure 3.6 years, compensation $10.32 million. We can see that Rachel Barham, 53 years old, director, tenure 1.0 years. Kik Perry, 51 years old, non-employee, independent director, tenure 2.5 years, compensation $184,000. So this is pretty much the management team. It's good to know what kind of team is running this company. It's good to know this stuff, guys. This is good information right here. Secrets. I'm passing secrets to you guys. Smash that subscribe button. Hit that like button. We can see that e.l.f. Beauty insiders have only sold shares in the past 3 months. So who owns this company? We can see the institutions mainly own this company. The VCs, the PE firms, these they're not owning most of it. The hedge funds, none of these private companies or none of these are owning it. It's not owned by the individual insiders. It's owned mostly by institutions. And we can see this e.l.f. Beauty stock fell 10% in February because the retailer announced holiday quarter results late in the month that showed clear signs of difficult sales environment in the industry. Revenue growth fell to 7% rate from 28% in the prior quarter, and gross profit margin dropped to 58%. And we can see right here, this despite the fact that cosmetics manufacturer released Q4 full year 2017 earnings last night, beating earnings soundly and beating its own estimates. Besides, reported GAAP earnings of 44 cents per share in its fiscal Q4. So this is why e.l.f. Beauty stock was falling, and we can see that the slight decline of 0.67%, finishing Thursday's trading session at $20.66. So pretty much these are all the news in the short term about e.l.f. stock. It doesn't seem to be any major news except that the decline in sales and all that. And we'll see right here. Well, we can see that when we go to the information, we can see that we know that e.l.f. Beauty provides cosmetic and skincare products. And under the e.l.f. brand name worldwide, the company offers eye, lip, face, and skincare products, as well as kits and tools. It sells its products through national and international retailers and direct-to-consumer channels. which include e-commerce and e.l.f. stores in the United States and internationally, primarily through distributors. The company was formerly known as JA Cosmetic Holdings, Inc. and changed its name to e.l.f. Beauty in April 2006. e.l.f. Beauty was founded in 2004, is based in Oakland, California. So we can see the number of employees slightly increased right now at 346. When we are to predict the e.l.f. in the short term, the company, where it's going to be, where the high, the low, and where it's good, the price is going to stop. We're going to be discussing that right here. Smash that subscribe button, hit that like button. So when we predict e.l.f. Beauty, after you subscribe to my channel, when we predict e.l.f. Beauty, we can see that the high price we're predicting in the short term is going to be from $8.09 all the way to $18.09. So there can actually be a spike one of these days. It's totally possible. So $8.09 all the way to $18.09. So this is what we're predicting the high we're gonna it can potentially be. The close price will be somewhere between the $7.89 all the way to the $17.89. So we're actually predicting that one of these days the e.l.f. stock will jump, but this doesn't mean we're necessarily bullish on the stock. This just means that we think it can go up in the short term, potentially. e.l.f. Beauty, we know that it's cosmetic company in the US. The company offers cosmetic accessories for women, which include eyeliner, mascara, false eyelashes, lipstick, the foundation for face, moisturizer, cleanser, and other tools through its stores and e-commerce channels. The products that the company sells are marketed under the e.l.f. brand. The stock scores, well, if we were to give it an overall score, we're looking at a 19 overall, the 43 for the fundamentals. So the fundamentals not bad, but the short-term technical is looking poor, long-term technical looking poor. When we look at the analyst forecast, we are predicting the next 12 months that the current price is around the $8 range. We're predicting that in the next 12 months, it could either be around, it could stay close to the $8 range, or it could go up towards the $11.50 range, which is almost a 50% increase. And we're also looking at a high increase at a 100% increase of up to $16. So you could actually potentially double your money with this company. The average analyst recommendation, we're looking at a hold. Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button and hit that like button. And now when we go over e.l.f. Beauty, we can see that actually the bears, it looks like the bears appear to be coming. And that's why it says over here, avoid. And there's good reason for why this company, why the bears, it appears the bears have been coming to this company. We can see the historical growth rate when we look at it. It receives a B because the equity is good. The earnings per share has been good. The sales actually has been good. The free cash flow has been good. The cash from OA has been good, but the ROIC has not been good. The ROIC has not been good. So, and also the gross profit is good too. This is why it gets a B. A lot of the things are good, just the ROIC has been bad. We can see over here, same thing. Except over here, the equity looking bad, the earnings per share looking poor. So the YOY growth grade, we're giving it a D. And we can see that it has a beta of 1.65. This suggests that the asset is more volatile than the rest of the market. The PEG ratio of 16.7 suggests that the stock is overpriced. So we're thinking the stock could be overpriced. We're looking at the return on investment, 7.8 suggests that the management is inefficient, or it could reflect a highly capitalized, conservatively operated business with little long-term debt. We look at the return on invested capital, and of 6.1% suggests that a company may not be able to fund future growth from within. We look at the return on equity of 7.3 suggests that the management is inefficient, or it could reflect a highly capitalized, conservatively operated business with little long-term debt. We look at the current ratio of 3.3 suggests that the money that could be working for the business is tied up in government securities, cash savings, or other safe funds. So we're not looking at big gains over here. Equity ratio of 52.6% suggests that a reasonably large percent of the company's assets financed by shareholders' equity. Debt to equity ratio of 90.1%. 91.1% suggests that the greater risk assumed by creditors, hence greater interest by them in the way the company is being managed. So these are actually sort of bad, but the good news is the debt FCF. This suggests of 2.92 suggests that the company is doing well and can pay off its long-term debt within 3 years. We got the value price. The value price, called the fundamental value or intrinsic value, is ordinarily calculated by summing the future income generated by the asset and discounting it to the present value. And we know that the value price is looking good. The MOS price, margin of safety, it is set to 50% of the value price. As Warren Buffett says, I always want to buy $1 of value for 50 cents. So these are looking good. The margin of safety is this difference between the intrinsic value of the stock price and its market price. So that's looking good. The Graham number is a figure used in securities investing that measures stocks' fair value, named after the Benjamin Graham, the founder of value investing. And when we take the Graham number into consideration, it's looking like it's in the negative. And also over here, the Graham MOS percent looking poor. We can see the bears over here. The market stage is looking like a bull. Latest stock is 8, is below long-term 200-day moving average. Moving average 200 is 12.1. 50-day moving average is 8.7, and below 200 days moving average. So the bears have really slaughtered this stock. The TI alert it's looking like in a void. So what this means is essentially what this means is no indicator change or then. However, technical indicators recommend that you should not have an open long position. So that's generally what we're looking at over there. And we can see what all the people have been tweeting about e.l.f stock over here. We can see the Hungry Man. He's saying this is a small piece of, yeah, you guys get the picture. Short interest ratio of e.l.f. And so not overvalued, limited upside move to come. What else are these people saying? We can see over here, when we look at this graph, it's looking rather bearish. So this green and bloody day, LOL, has just selling like crazy. Look, LOL, insiders just selling like crazy. They can't get rid of their shares fast enough. So this is actually not looking good. The insiders all selling. For sure not for sale. A fairish upside move to come. So most of these people are actually looking bearish actually. So there's a few bulls like right here, King Zahi. Thank you for giving e.l.f. an excellent review. Oh yeah. So I've already spoke to you guys about most of these posts. Most people are bearish on e.l.f. But anyways, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button. Hit that like button. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys check out my other e.l.f. videos. I've made so many e.l.f. videos. So make sure you guys check them all out. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Drop a comment in this video. Let me know what stock you guys want me to go over. And thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to share my videos with your friends. Thanks. One thing about this company is that they've a certain proximity from the personification of redundant axioms presupposed upon tautological repetitions and enhance their paradoxical paradigms through redundant innovations. Warren Buffett, the billionaire investor, once said, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful," by billionaire Warren Buffett. And essentially what this means is when traders are greedy, they'll keep on buying and driving the price up and thinking that it's going to keep on going up and up and up. But eventually what ends up happening is the stock ends up tumbling back down to earth from the moon because of greed. And people, that's how people lose a lot of money. And when Warren Buffett says be greedy when others are fearful, what he means is that when others are fearful because the stock plummets and everyone starts selling their stocks at a discount, that's the time you want to start buying companies. That's the right time to buy. But usually people start selling. People call it a crash, and that word crash scares people. Really? Let's change the definition. In instead of crash, let's call it a discount. That's essentially what it is. A discount. That's really what it's all about. So as we can see, the Fear and Greed Index by CNN, what emotion is driving the market right now? What emotion? Right now, the greed is driving the market right now. And the reason for that is, as we can see, the McKellen Volume Summarization Index measures advancing and declining volume on the New York Stock Exchange. During the last month, approximately 8.23% more of each day's volume has traded in advancing issues than in declining issues, pushing this indicator forward the upper end of its range for the last 2 years. And as we can see, the stock price strength, that was the breadth. With the stock price strength, the number of stocks hitting 52 weeks highs exceeds the number of hitting lows and is at the upper end of its range, indicating extreme greed. As we can see, that's why the market kept going back up and up. As we can see, it's in the greed territory. As we can look at the safe haven demand, the difference in 20-day stock and bond returns, stock have outperformed bonds by 2.92 percentage points during the last 20 trading days. This is close to the strongest performance of stocks relative to bonds in the past 2 years, and indicates investors and rotating with stocks from the relative safety of bonds. And when we look at the put and call options, the CBOE 5-day average, the put-call ratio during the last 5 trading days, volume and put options has lagged volume and call options by 36.82% as investors make bullish bets in their portfolios. However, this is among the lowest levels of put buying seen during the last 2 years, indicating greed on the part of investors. And when we look at the market volatility, the VIX and its 50-day moving average, the CBOE Volatility Index is at 15.72. This is neutral reading and indicates the market risks appears low. And when we look at the junk bond market, the yield spread between junk bonds versus investment grades, investors in low quality junk bonds are accepting 1.74 percentage points in additional yield over safer investment grade corporate bonds. This spread is much higher than what has been typical during the last 2 years and indicates that investors are highly risk averse. When we look at the market momentum, the S&P 500 and its 125-day moving average, the S&P 500 is 1.04% below its 125-day moving average. During the last 2 years, the S&P 500 has typically been above this average. So rapidly declines like this indicate extreme levels of fear. So as we can see, the greed index right here, the greed over time, we are hitting the peaks. We're heading towards the peak greed moments. However, that being said, we still have more greed to go. So if you're heavily invested, this might be the time to get prepared for a downfall. As we can see, that way when you have cash at hand during times of extreme greed, extreme fear, you can buy stocks and from good companies at discounts. When we look at VictorVest Stock Advisory says that in the short term, the market is mildly bullish. VictorVest advocates buying safe, undervalued stocks that are rising in price at this time. It's made $5 million. That's $5 million the past month investing. As you can see, I have more than $100 million. Subscribe to my channel so I can teach you how to make millions. I have two goals. My first goal is to help you become a millionaire just like me. My second goal is to turn my 100 million into 100 billion. Like this video, leave a comment on the company or stock that you want me to analyze. I go over graphs, charts, news, quotes, forecasting, prices, rating, and reviews. My job is to help you pick the best companies and stocks to invest in so you can become a multi-millionaire. That's multi-millionaire like me. Subscribe so you can become a millionaire and share this video to help your friends become a millionaire too. Don't miss out. Stay on top of your game and ahead of the curve. The world is your oyster. Make hay while the sun is shining. Everyone is subscribing to my channel, so subscribe so you can stay ahead of the curve, so you can come to my show, so you can flow. Comment down below so we both can grow. Like and share this video so everyone can know how to make millions of dough. Subscribe so we both can thrive. Join the millionaire tribe. Watch this video until the end to win the grand prize. It's showtime. Congratulations! Now that you watched my video, you are one step closer to becoming a multi-millionaire like me. I have more than $100 million in my Robinhood account. And that's just in my Robinhood account. I have a lot more in all my banks, in my Webull account, in my M1 Finance account. If you guys want free $200, download the Robinhood app for free using my link below. If you guys want free $1,000, use my link below for a chance to win $1,000 on my Webull account. And if you want a chance to win $25, make sure you download the app using my link in the description below. Subscribe to my channel so I can go over more news, more companies, and more stocks. I'll cover the earnings per share, the charts, the trends, the ratings, the news, the Sortino ratio and Sharpe ratio, market correlation, PE ratio, cash flow, balance statements, net assets and liabilities, and many more. just for watching this video, I'm going to give you the chance of winning the grand prize. For your chance to win, subscribe to this channel and comment down below, future millionaire. That's what you want to write in the comments below. Write future millionaire. For every social media website you share this video, it will increase your chance of winning the grand prize. Share this video on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, to all your social media accounts to increase your chance of winning the grand prize. Congratulations. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment down below the words future millionaire, and don't forget to share this video so you can win the grand prize. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, consider subscribing. We might make a part 3 soon. Don't forget to like and comment on this video. Oh, and check out our last video here. Bye.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money,
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling, cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter. Ching, ching, bling, bling, patent pockets. We take the dollar, dollar, can a damn soul stop it. Here comes the new kid on the block. Hold on.
Vad hakten alla Tullfest, tullfest, hela